Hello everyone, welcome to today's streaming episode of Leadnap Gaming. We're back, and it's 3:17. Do let me know in the comments, guys, if the audio's a little off. I've had to reset everything up here. It should be working, but you can never be sure. So, here we are at Lorville. Got a big show lined up today, some fun stuff. We do have a return of the Lead Paint Club, so that'll be a lot of fun. Also, make sure, if you want to support the channel, head on over to Lead's Legion at Patreon and sign up. Pretty easy to support the channel there. You can also support the channel by hitting that subscribe button if you haven't, liking this video, and do make sure, DD, buddy, I have missed you so much. So good to see you there. So, let's go ahead and get started here. By the way, fun thing, YouTube gave us these poll things now. So I tossed a poll up there. You guys let me know. Take it or leave it on the Mystic Expanse as it is now. What I mean is, would you, or would you buy it as it is in the game now, where we can't fly it? Or, no, if you're like me, and waiting for it to become flyable. Things that are flyable today, though, the Hull A. And we're going to take a look at the Hull A a bit today. Which is why we're hanging out here on the trading floor, because we've started getting the Quanta stuff on some of the items in the back. It's going to move to everything eventually, which is pretty exciting. But we got the Hull A. I've been flying around in it. There's things I like and don't like. And we're going to kind of cover that a little bit today. So with that said, let's get rolling. All right. So I'm pretty happy with 317. Just start off with that. I do have a big announcement for later in the show, which will relate to some of the other 317 content we're going to go take a look at, believe it or not. But like I said, I'm actually also excited, related to our poll as well. We got some Mystic Expanse paints to give away as part of the Lead Paint Club, so we'll be kicking out some paint here pretty quick. Though I also got to say, if you haven't done it yet, and okay, I'm getting audio's a little bit quiet. Let's tweak that up. Well, shit. There we go. Come on. All right, let me know, DD. If you haven't yet, even though Daddy's in the house, I'm a little embarrassed I said that out loud. If you haven't yet, make sure to give your mom a call. It is Mother's Day, and fortunately, Mrs. Lead's doing some stuff this morning so that we could squeeze this stream in, but it's not going to be a super long one for that reason. So. And I know the game audio is quieter. I got that tamped down a scotch, but you know. It is a little annoying that the hanger icon there is still up. I don't think the ship is in hangar 8 right now. Maybe it is. Who knows? Yeah, I'm sure that sounded amazing. Let's just see.
Next stop, Pisa Spaceport.
Keep adjusting the system. On the software side, it's fully maxed out. So hopefully this works better. I do have to. So I use blue microphones now. I didn't before, and when I used cheaper, lower quality microphones, I never had as many audio problems as I have now. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's still quiet. Alright, I'm gonna mute it because I'm gonna make some big moves. How about now? Nice. Well, at least you didn't become the lobster. Is there something blocking half my screen? I feel like that's probably you. I'm looking at the stream now and it's full.
Now arriving. Pisa Spaceport. Please watch your steps.
So, we're gonna start off the Lead Paint Club. I just want you guys to start letting them brew. Movie quotes with lead in them. So start thinking of some of your favorite movie quotes and how you can insert lead comically into them. And that's just how we're going to start. But don't kick them out there yet. Just, you know. Well, you know. All right. Let's run here. I really wish that this commodity price alerts thing would stop popping up. CIG. Just saying. If I want to know about the price changes, I'll go look them up. I can tell right now that someone from CIG probably has like 1 million notifications on their phone. So, some things that changed. Obviously, these new fleet managers, which would look a lot better if the HUD bug wasn't there. These are looking
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
sharp.
system.
Sounds nice too. Miss Cole A. Oh, apparently your stuff, man, that's been in there for like 30 minutes. Hangar raid it is. All right. On the Lead Paint Club, back in December, we had some giveaways. CIG wouldn't let me pay for the paints so that I could give them away. If you were one of those, please hit me up on Discord so that I can get them to you, because I have them. I've had them. But yeah. Oh, snap. Well, I will definitely let Mrs. Lead know. Okay, Jack, well, check it out. Keep watching the stream, and you're going to see some stuff. We're not really going to do any missions today, but you'll get the basics of everything else out of the game. And doing missions is pretty easy. So here's the whole A. Now, mine's opened and expanded there because I've already been running cargo in it. Yeah. So for those that don't know, the whole C and above are not, when they're open and expanded, supposed to be able to land terrestrially. But hulls A and B can. So, that's a positive for the A. I like the whole A, but like I said, I've got some problems, and we're gonna see them. And maybe we're gonna really see them, or maybe we'll just talk about them when we sort of see them. Because, well, it's not a constant problem. By the way, you've never been aboard. There's this nice entry vestibule with the airlock. I don't really like the MISC airlock though, and this is why. Because from here to open the ladder, one, you gotta like awkwardly step in here, but like, so the bars here are gonna come out. Come on. Open ladder, right? Like, that takes up the entire airlock. So this really isn't an airlock because the back door has to be open. So really this room, this vestibule is the airlock. So this airlock door is totally redundant and unnecessary. Close ladder. Really wish that these would become buttons on the open panel there. That would be nice too. Alright, and then in the back, not to be confused by the open button there, we've got this. Reminiscent of one of my favorite ships, the Avenger Titan. You know, we got our little single bed here. This actually looks much nicer than the MISC beds used to look. Props there, CIG. You know, we got our nice clear weapons locker. Got this nice table bar area, little mini fridge. We got the storage. Yeah, that's as wide as that door opens. So, hope you're not sticking anything really big in there. That's what she said. And then into the bathroom, we've got, you know, the mirror that you can't see yourself in. And the standard shower, toilet, thingamajigger, and, you know, Dare Forge in the event that, you know, you got dandruff. Yeah. I know I'm nitpicking the mirror thing there, but the thing is that a game with such amazing graphics as this, and I understand what the drain to do a mirror is on your performance, but it seems weird not to have it. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, up to the cockpit. there's a couple things I really like about this cockpit, and once we're kind of in flight, we'll address more of them. But note, this is the first MISC ship with a seat that points at you that you get in and it rotates you around. That is, all the other MISC ships, you slide into them. Especially ships that should do that. Nitpicking, I know. Alright, engine's on, and now for one of my favorite new features of 317. Open the doors. Yes! Alright, hopefully this keeps us locked. Uh-oh. Something, Origin 100i. We'll know in a moment. Away we go. Now, one of the other really cool things CIG's done with Lorville is give us some atmosphere and what have you. You can't tell too much from here, but you really can tell from space.
Thank you. And please.
But the new cloud tech's pretty nice, and the frame rate, based on my recording, is total garbage, and I apologize. That's rough. Doesn't look like that on my screen. Looks like I'm going to be having a chat with Comcast. So, T-Jack is asking, what's the key? So I use minus while we fly out of Lorville. Let's go ahead and take a look, and I'll kind of show you. It might take me a minute to go find it. So we got to go to key bindings. You got to go to advanced. And it was target? No. Invoked. Oh, yeah. See, you'd think it would be under docking, right? Like, that would make the most sense. We are going to try this toggle docking camera, though. We're going to try that today. But it's not. And it's actually... There it is. So, the command is under flight movement, and then you have to set it. There is nothing bound, but right here. Request landing. So, if you learned nothing else today, but that, there you go. That's where that's at. Don't quit game. That would be a disaster. So, the hallway is not exactly fast. Okay. I don't know how O is supposed to be my docking camera. It literally turns the electricity off, which you'd think I would have known. Thank you, Dietrich. Thank you for keeping this elevated and adult today. Yeah, literally none of these are quote-unquote docking cam. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Whatever. Probably not implemented. But yeah, look at these clouds. Also, it probably helps if we point ourselves up into the sky. Man. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. We just don't... Now we're doing the weird, like, skate thingy. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Alright, we should be able to lock ourselves now closer to 90. I like how it goes to 95. There's someone at CIG, I don't mean this to be mean, but failed geometry. It doesn't go to 100. 90 degrees on a protractor straight up. At that point, if you keep going over, you end up at 85 degrees the other direction. This 95 thing just It hurts. It hurts. Alright, so while we are slowly climbing out of the atmosphere, let's go ahead. Let's see who's going first. Like I said, we're going to start it off easy. We're going to start off with a copperhead paint for the hover quad to kick off the good old lead paint club. So, in the comments, and this is one of many we're giving away today. Yeah, why are we receiving such crappy, why are we getting buffering, guys? What's up with that? Anyways, Lead Paint Club, Copperhead, Hover Quad, movie quotes with lead switched in, merged into them to be better and funnier and go. And look, I know you might be thinking, why a hover quad? I don't have a hover quad. Who cares about a hover quad? Here's why. It's a generic paint that, look, we're all eventually going to buy one at some point and carry it around, right, in game. So why not have a cool paint for it? That's the logic right now. All right. I'm a little upset about the streaming quality here. Dietrich, I do give you weird points for making that work with your usual thing too. Anyhow, this, oh man, me and Comcast, we're gonna have a chat. We are gonna have a chat. Alright, so let's go buy some things. Yeah, let's go to Aberdeen. I mean, once you start getting out of atmosphere, this baby, she picks up some speed. I mean, I do like that. So if you're new to Star Citizen, by the way, at this point, what we go ahead and do, spool that quantum drive with B. We're going to point ourselves at the orbital marker 1 to get around the planet. Look at those clouds, though. Look at those clouds.
Quantum travel engaged.
I mean, they're nice.
Quantum travel complete.
Man, Dietrich wants this paint. I can tell some of the rest of you guys aren't excited about this. It's a warm-up. We're just warming up for the good Lead Paint Club giveaways. I got some fun stuff on deck.
Quantum travel.
And all of them are new paints, by the way. I'm not throwing out any of those old ones from before. I am looking forward to Invictus Week coming up this month. Gonna get some fun stuff there. Some new paints.
Quantum travel complete.
Wow, we flew faster than sound. Not quite sure. I guess we'll go to Anderson after all.
Quantum travel engaged.
Hey Dietrich, let me know, is the quality on the stream, how's the video quality? Because I'm kind of upset. If this is garbage, I'm gonna... Well, I mean, I'm not giving him big money till something satisfactory comes out. That's a fact.
Quantum travel complete.
Oh god, this thing rolls, man. Alright, well, I guess Dietrich, make a note here. You just won yourself a nice little hover quad paint, since apparently you're the only one who wanted it. Oh man. So I'm gonna wait till we're quantuming to really talk about the biggest issue I have with the cockpit. But I do really like the look of the whole A. Okay, well, and I'm only asking about the stream quality here because, you know, I've got this giant yellow banner on my screen that's telling me from YouTube that's like the quality is poor and you're getting like buffering. So that's why I'm asking. But as long as the latency is holding it up, then we're all right. Obstructed. That's never a good sign. We'll stay at altitude here. Okay. Well, I feel pretty good about the fact then that the stream quality, I can ignore YouTube. Oh, now I have excellent connection. Go figure. We're probably gonna fly into a mountain. Or not, because I can see the lights, so it's clearly not obstructed. So, let's go ahead and talk about, with the Hull A, the thing that really bugs me. And unfortunately, only 6 of you guys are watching, so probably gonna have to make a video about this at some point, but so the big thing that really does irk me about it, oh, yeah, I want this bad. It's not happening here, but it did happen to me the other day when I was first trying it out. And that is, you get like radar scanned coming in. So the very first time I took it somewhere to test it out, you know, I went in to go check it out, and the problem I had, by the way, if you're new to Star Citizen, it's always a good idea to turn those lights off. It's the L key, by the way. You know, as I was coming into land, I got radar locked for a moment, and I could tell I was getting scanned. Now, in most ships, I'd be like, whatever, you know, I'll just need to be extra cautious on the flip side. But what I don't like is that you can see if I pick up cargo and how much without having to scan me very quickly. You know, this is a problem the Nomad has as well, but the Nomad, you got to get a little closer. With the Hull series, I mean, it's kind of obvious from afar, and you'll see what I mean once we actually load up. Now, that time I was smart. I was just wanting to test out the mechanics, see how it all worked. I picked up a 12 units, not even an SCU of stuff to take, and that way I felt more confident that I wasn't getting screwed over. You know what? Let's go ahead. Goldfinger. Why not? Got it. Let's take that gold. Well, and put a pin in that, T-Jack, because I want to talk about that in a moment, too. You know, but this is kind of my problem with the whole A. As you'll see, as we come outside, like, there it is. You can tell I've got cargo on board. And generally speaking, what it is. Now, a cool thing CIG has done here that I really appreciate, right, is that it is the SCU boxes sitting on the grid. So there they are. And if you're really smart, from afar, you could even begin kind of telling what the person's carrying without having to scan them. But I just don't like as I go to leave now, people can tell that I'm fully loaded up, right? And I got left alone that last time because you could fully tell without having to scan me that I wasn't carrying anything, and as a result, there was going to be, like, no tears. Well, the raft does the same thing with scanning, right? Anyone can scan and see what you've got. Why are our shields down?
Hello, how can Miss help you today? Systems on.
Okay.
Shield on.
That's... Well, they're on. And now we're gonna flee. Run away. I mean, I do like it, but again, you can tell that there is stuff there. I'm gonna start going up more because I could see in the external view there were some mountains on the horizon. So yeah, our power's low. That's got to be a bug because we were parked. So yeah, so like with the Argo raft, right? Like the raft, you can still scan it, and in the future, you'll be able to tell if they've got 3 cargo containers, 1 cargo container, but the big cargo container things still hide what's in them. So okay, Jack's asking what's a good starter ship for running cargo. Honestly, this one. I like the raft better myself, for some of the reasons we're talking about now. And once we get into Quantum, I'm going to show you another major issue I have, where rule of cool and just common sense kind of fell apart. And the other part of that is we're going to be in Quantum for a hot minute. A flying tip for anyone who doesn't know this, but you do need to watch the little pointer flight path marker carrots you see there. But once they kind of get up to where we want to be, keep raising it up, we can go ahead and hit right shift, and that's going to lock us to where the flight path marker was when we did it, and that'll hold our orientation, which is ideal if you're going to step away from the view. Alright, so we're going to head out to Microtech for reasons. And we're going to continue to climb here too. So, yeah, let's talk starter cargo ships and why some are better than others. I like the Hull A because it's really cheap, and it's got decent cargo capacity. It's the cool newness. It's got nice stuff inside. It is a single player ship where technically the raft isn't, and it has the added advantage that in the future, the raft, you will have to pick up your cargo containers, and with this you won't. But this, you'll have to wait for them to get loaded. Now, with that said, I do prefer the raft a lot. And the biggest reason I prefer the raft, even though I actually really like MISC ships, design-wise, is this. It boils down to visibility. Now, CIG really improved the cockpit here over some of the older MISC ships while keeping MISC styling, right? And what I mean by that is we still have this wide band window, 180 degrees. By the way, if this is 180 degrees, this is 90 degrees. This isn't 95, it's 85. Sorry, you can tell. Right? Like, they did a good job. You will note that the kind of like holographic floating things are gone in favor now of just touch screens. I'm okay with that. If you get on a freelancer, you'll see what I mean about that. But I don't like that screen 1 there and screen 2 there are not MFDs. Like, that doesn't... Why are they not MFDs? Right? I like that I've got the star navigation windows. If you've ever been on like old aircraft in the 1980s and 90s and before, you got those windows up here that we're looking through to help you use a sextant to navigate. Fun fact. But you can't see all the way up. that's kind of a misc thing, whatever. But here's where my big problem is. Let's go to the external view. When you look at this externally, you see something and you're like, this is a fantastic... Let's zoom in on the part in question here. So when I look at this bridge to me says everything is... Oh, you guys got to tell me that the lead boy thing is still up there. That the visibility from this bridge is fantastic. It solves my biggest pet peeves about being on Star Citizen ships when trying to land on planets, which is one of the biggest things we do in Star Citizen, right? I mean, look at these windows down below. Great ground visibility, right? I mean, what a fantastic cockpit design that is. Oh, probably helps if I do that in the game. But there's the problem. All those lower windows you can't see out of. Why are they there? The ground visibility in this ship is no different than a Starfarer, than a Freelancer. The dashboard covers the bottom windows. And what do I mean by that? Let me get my mouse back here so that you guys can see the mouse. Right here. Right here. All of these windows, which would be amazing and perfect for ground landing, are covered up. I mean, how? Can I? Yeah, there we go. What is the point of having those windows there? You can't see anything from them. And that's a problem. Like, the Expanse, thankfully, doesn't have that issue. Because, yeah. Now, like I said, I really like this dashboard, and this dashboard is 100% MISC, right? Like, you know it's a MISC chip when you're sitting here looking at this, and I like it. But just get rid of those windows then. Or do something cool. Like, I don't need... Let me get my mouse back. I don't need all this right here. Like, why don't we, like, have this kind of stick out like a peninsula, this stick out like a peninsula, and the flight controls kind of pop out in the middle, and then we just have that, like, full visibility there. Wouldn't that be cool? Yes. So it's a pet peeve. And people know I've got those. And the Argo Raft doesn't have that problem. Which is why I like the Argo Raft better. Because if you're going to land cargo on planets, seeing the ground where you're going to land is so important. And it's not something, I mean, like, we all drive cars. Most of us do. I should remember not all my viewers do. There's some Heath students out there that don't yet drive cars. You know who you are. But, like, you know where the front of your car is. You adapt that over time. So it's not a big deal, but it is one of those things where, like, it doesn't make sense that you put the windows on there and you can't see out of them. It's just a waste. So anyways, I like the Raft better. I can't remember if the Raft has more SCU, but I like the looks of the Raft better. I like the glass and the cockpit in the Raft. It's got a better view. And even though the Raft shows its cargo on the outside, it currently doesn't, which is important as long as we're in these tiny... As long as we have one system, that's important that you can't tell. And we won't have the Raft dropping those pods before we have two systems. So... but I like the Raft better. Honestly, though, the Freelancer Max is probably still the best one. Because it's insane cargo. It's not super big. It's got everything you need. The Connie Taurus is also on that list. Those are starting to get a little more expensive, though. That's around 150, right? But that's where the Hull A comes in. The Hull A is a fantastic starter cargo ship because it's not expensive, but it doesn't carry a lot. But you're not paying for what you don't need. The Hull C is the real game changer. And the Hull C is, in my opinion, where you start seeing the value of putting your cargo outside. But yes, T-Jack, the Taurus is a solid winner. I mean, from a starter standpoint. And like I said, the Hull C is going to be more expensive. It's going to be up there with your Hercules Starlifters, which are some of my favorite ships. So I'm excited to see the Hull C when we get that. But honestly, this is a very good starter cargo ship. It's not fast by any stretch of the imagination, but it doesn't suck. It's maneuverable, it gets in, it gets out. It doesn't have a huge ton of interior or anything like that. So I think it's good. So as we approach Microtech, we'll put this back on. I'm going to take it right down, though. Let's get another Lead Paint Club thing, and we're going to shift gears and talk about the Expanse for a minute. So I'm going to give away a Expanse paint, whatever the light blue one is, that's concierge only, Stardust I think it's called. We're giving that away, and yeah, the Hull C is like 3,000 SCU. That's my point. The C is a game changer. The B and the A are starter cargo ships. That really style points are what count, I guess. So you know what? We will do... Hi, Mickey. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't have the pages up to tell you guys off the top of my head what the cargo capacity is. So, Zaru, this is the Hull A that we're in. We were just kind of talking about some of its pitfalls. But we're giving away an Expanse paint as part of the Lead Paint Club. So all you got to do to win is simply let me know down below in the comments. We'll stick with movie quotes. So take a good movie line, but you got to put lead into it somehow. And this is for one of the Stardust Expanse paints. Well, I work on taking us home to Babbage. But yeah, so the Hull C though, but here's the catch though, right? 4,600 SCU is impressive, but that's 4,600 SCU you cannot land on a planet with. You have to station dock. And that's where that's a game changer, right? Because what that means is that you will have to carry cargo that either you can get from orbitals or that other players can bring up to orbitals and transfer to you, which is something that's not yet in game. That will have to be in game for those ships to have value. And I don't say that as a negative, like, oh, I can't believe CIG would do that to us. That's the trade-off, right? The Hull C, D, and E have insane cargo capacities, but it's just like a super freighter, right? Like, you're not going to get a super freighter to Omaha, Nebraska. Can't be done. So they're really long-haul route type cargo carriers, and it's a different type of cargo game that you'll be playing. But that said, oh, did we lose the back of our? Oh no, it's back there. And again, I don't mind the cargo being on the outside. I don't like it because those of you that weren't here missed my part. The first time I took the whole A out, I got scanned. And I knew, even though I couldn't see them on my radar, I knew they were out there. And I just didn't like that they could see when I loaded up, how much I loaded up, without having to scan me, which takes time, and it takes them keeping pointed at me. And that's a big deal, because if you're evasive, you can kind of... There's ways to make that harder. I know we're going slow, but I don't trust the Hull A's maneuvering thrusters very much. And really, Star Citizen is intended to be played, in my opinion, more at this speed, not the breakneck, run everywhere, sprint in. And now that the servers are so much more stable than they used to be, knock on wood, I feel so much more confident making these long runs and slower, more casual approaches. Man, Dee Dee, you know, it's like you want all the paints, man. Again, that sky blue concierge misc endeavor paint, or not endeavor, expanse paint. Right now, comments just like you saw Dietrich do. There you go, Matt. All right, some competition. I do love this feature, though. It's a little slow.
Please proceed to assigned land.
And I wish there was an indication that you were transmitting that, because sometimes, like, it takes a hot minute. I don't know if you guys heard me click the key there, but it took like a good 5 seconds for ATC to, like, get hailed. Also, where is our landing pad? Earth to CIG. Can I get a... Do you like these clouds? Kind of enveloping the station. You know what I'd also like is a landing pad. Yeah, HS, you know what I would say is, if you already purchased it, it's worth holding on to. I think there's been a lot of... We're assuming that this white mark is for me, I guess? No, maybe. Come on, CIG.
That request has already been granted.
Yeah, I know it has, but you're not actually giving me the where to land, so... Good to know. The problem is that the doors... Speaking of a raft... Hangar 4? Alright. Now, someone was already flying into one. My money's on 6, because it's open.
Landing gear demo.
And the good news is I don't come here very often. We're only coming to Microtech for some specific 317 related reasons. Oh god. Come on. Put it down hard. We're not going to get point 1 before Invictus. Point 1 will be Invictus. Oh well.
Warning. You are blocking an active flight lane. Please vacate the vicinity.
That's fine. You can impound my ship. I mean, I don't really care. It hurts too, because you know that Invictus will probably be here, even though I always call for it to be at Area 18.
Initiating ship storage procedure.
I don't know why I'm
For your
getting off the
safety,
ship
please
here.
vacate the area. Thank you for your...
I know it's only New Babbage that does it. Yeah, they did break the space break as well. I've also discovered that the hard way. Bye-bye, ship.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, I've been at all the other ports and have not had problems, which is kind of why I was caught surprised by it today. And I haven't come here. So HS was asking any estimate on when it'll actually come out. None whatsoever. And that's part of the problem I have with it. And I think a lot of people felt that I was being negative in my coverage of The Expanse, issues I have with it. But the truth is, there are issues that I just feel like... Oh yeah, you're right, it is going to be at Orson. Thank God, I guess. So... Well, Invictus should always be at Area 18 in my opinion. But that's just my personal opinion. So yeah. Where was I going with all this? Oh yeah, The Expanse. But that's kind of my problem with it, right? It's like, when does it come out? We don't know, and there's nothing about it as a concept that it should have that sort of nebulous, oh, well, this is when we're doing it type of a thing. Actually, I do want to do something real quick. Well, yeah, so IAE, now they keep putting at New Babbage. And the problem I've got with that is that I really feel like IAE, like, there's no reason that it stays at New Babbage now.
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Because it's been held elsewhere. And up until now, Invictus Fleet Week was always at Area 18. File a claim for you. Maybe.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
And just in case, we'll claim you too. I do like the new...
Please visit us again. Your insurance claim to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I do like how that
Be sure
looks
to
now.
explore
Alright.
all New Babbage has to offer. Whether it's the latest in cutting-edge technology or the
Yep, that is true. Well, so the best thing to trade, I've got some videos that cover that, because it's not something that I'm going to explain right quick. But also with the quantum mechanics, that's going to regularly change. So, I've got a trade video to go check out, and that's, I'll show you various things that came out last month before. Well, Agresium and Laranite are not actually the best things to trade. That's the thing. There is rationale and reason to go other ways, if that makes any sense. I am also super excited to see the full Javelin. That's going to be pretty cool.
Capsule now approaching
So,
station.
yes, Quanta
Stand clear of
is in
disembarking passengers.
317 for a handful of commodities. I don't, off the top of my head, know which ones. Well, T-Jack, let me ask you, on your
Careful. Doors are now closed.
side question. Why do you want an A2? I'll ask you that part. And again, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I've got a Expanse paint pack, so funny stuff. Drop them in. I mean, the thing is like, take titanium as an example. You can make tons of money with titanium, and when you break it down to credits per hour, laranite and agricium, if you average over the period of an entire day, don't make you as much. And that's kind of the real difference. I prefer titanium.
Nearing next stop.
Well, see, but the A2 is really a niche ship. Like, I have one, and it's not really that flexible, in my opinion. But also, my opinion. And look, there's nothing. I own one, right? And I tell people it's a terrible ship to buy, but I still have one. We all have our reasons for wanting ships, so. What am I doing? See, I'm not paying attention. That's what's happening. Well, and again, a key piece of this is that's all in the eye of the beholder, right? I just don't believe it's super flexible. But it is also one of those ships that, like, if it's a ship you really badly want, then yeah, getting it at a sweet discount is a pretty cool option. Oh, yeah. Should probably try selling, not buying. Gold! And as a perfect example of how you can... I've been at this for about 50 minutes and make like 1,500 credits. But the point really wasn't to make money doing that. It was just to see the whole A in action. So, all right, let's go find some food. Oh wait, back. Make sure that that's actually off. Yes, I'm in my PJs that I started with because I don't care anymore. There's just no reason. Well, and that's the other fair piece, right? At $700. And I didn't pay $700. It is a bust. But yeah, you're right. At $375, it's a very good investment. But that's also kind of my issue with it, is that it's not for what you said right there. After launch, I don't see the A2 getting used a whole lot. Just because... Yes, it's got that versatility, but a lot of other ships have that versatility. That might be bigger, that you might have to spend a little more money for, but that's how I feel about that. In honor of Mother's Day, we'll do the healthy thing. And buy a vermilion apple. Look at that. An apple a day keeps the ticker away. Ooh, a detox smoothie. Take that. All right. Let's go get in the ship. Well, yeah, but T-Jack, you're falling into a very, and I've got a video about this too, a very dangerous precedent, right? This isn't World of Warcraft. And I'm not saying this in a demeaning way either. Matt, you've used that one before. Come on, man. You can't just look at, like, straight up DPS. Yes, the A2 drops an incredible amount of alpha in one spot when you bomb something. But you can't really, like, you have to drop that on something that doesn't move, you know? Like, it's one of those things, you know, and you're like, well, yeah, but it's got all the turrets and everything else, and you're right, it does, it has all those things, but they gotta be manned. You either have to hire the NPCs, which we don't even know how that's gonna work yet, or you're going to have to,
Capsule now approaching station.
you know, use blades, which I do not believe. A lot of people put a lot of faith in the whole blade thing, and it's not there. Right. I know you're not just looking at the DPS, but what I'm saying is that the bombs are niche. You can only use them against ground installations. So next, the turrets. You need 8 other players or 8 NPCs, which we don't know how NPCs are going to work. And a lot of people are putting all their faith into blades, like, oh no, it'll be like Eve once I put all those server blades in. But there's 2 things to consider on that. One, if you are capable of slaving 8 turrets with server blades, that also means then that CIG is going to counterbalance that by giving server blades other very incredible capabilities that you would be then giving up. The armor is great, yeah, but, you know, when you're looking at that ship, why not just get a Polaris, right? Something that's firepower and everything like that is actually put into anti-ship combat. Like, that's the issue, really, that I've got with it. It is a bomber, and it does that one thing great. But I don't think... I own a bomber because I have sentimental attachment to bombers, not because I think bombers are going to be great in this game. Well, I'm glad you got a Polaris, then what do you need an A2 for? I mean, I have both as well. I'm just saying. Like I said, it's because I have a sentimental attachment to bombers, not because I have any ambition that I'm actually going to fly my A2 around. My opinions on the Liberator?
Be sure to visit one of the bar at the promenade. Only a quick ride on the metro loop.
This is an interesting glitch.
Welcome back to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Alright, we're going to try one of my favorite ships first. See if they fix the
From
bug.
all of us at Microtech, welcome to the new
Retreat.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered
Well,
to the
T-Jack,
following
I own a lot
location.
as well. But my point was just, I don't see the value in owning an A2 if you own a Polaris. Beyond some sort of sentimental value. But again, it's all in the eye of the beholder. And the one thing I always try really hard not to do with people is tell them, like, well, you shouldn't have bought that. Because look, the Reliance, for example, are a great example of... I don't own one, but I've got a friend who does. These are not everyone's cup of tea, right? I absolutely love the Reliance. Other people absolutely hate these things. It's just kind of what people prefer. I still think these are a solid. Alright. I also have zero intention of ever spending Javelin type money for a ship that I believe will be frankly useless to anyone who actually owns one. Outside of a mega org, and even then, probably still pretty useless. Open the doors.
You are clear to launch.
Oh god. Oh god. Well, they adjusted that alright. Whew. Okay. Smash it in. I mean, mining can buy you anything you want in game, but the other thing is, in the future, that'll be so many other professions. Oh, did they break that again? They did. CIG. Broke it. By the way, I still haven't finished that lead paint giveaway, but that cutty you just saw go by, I got something for the cutty too. So. Okay, see, and now that's a fair statement to make, right? That you want a gunship and that you view the Hammer or the A2 as a better gunship. Now, a point I've made for people in the past, all of the A2's firepower points down, whereas the Hammerhead really arcs 360 degrees. So, functionally speaking, the A2 does not make a very good gunship, in my opinion. Practically speaking. But that said, the Hammerhead can't carry 200 SCU of cargo. So if you're looking to, even them out in that regard, then you're right. That is a buying change, though, at the same time, if you own a bunch of other ships. Because that's kind of a thing I've found in the years I've played Star Citizen and added things. That the rationale of, well, I need a ship that can do all of these things has really peeled off in favor of the fact that I've got specialized ships and I don't need ships that are jacks of all trade at that point. Though, some changes to how Star Citizen plays could very well change that. So I don't remember which direction the river is. I know it's 400 kilometers from New Babbage, though. So if anyone remembers that, throw it out. Yeah, again, all the turrets can focus on what the pilot's looking at, but from a gunship perspective, that doesn't do you any favors, because it just simply means that anyone attacking you stays away from your poorly maneuverable front end. Like, that's... But everybody sees different things in things, right? Like, the way I would think of using a gunship may not be the way you think of using a gunship, and if that's the case, you might have this mentality or an idea of how you are going to use it that makes it massively OP. And if that's the case, that's kind of a weird little, like, frowny face right there. Then that's the case, right? Alright, Matt, congratulations. You're getting the Expanse paint. So, yeah. With that said, make sure if you want to support the channel... Oh, I need to move that. If you want to support the channel, patreon.com, Led's Legion, Squadron 82 is the... I'm really liking this frowny face. It's kind of right in front of us. group that supports the channel financially. I really appreciate the support. It's what allows me to give away paints, ships, and speaking of ships being given away, if you like mining and exploration, okay, well, not really mining, but if you like exploration, we are giving a Misk Odyssey away as our 20k sub giveaway. All you got to do for that is be subscribed. Every month I pick 10 names, and once we hit 20k, I'll be drawing those out. If you go to leadnap.com, there is a giveaway page that has all the rules and details of that. But yeah, go ahead, subscribe if you haven't. Like this if you haven't. Make sure to share it with your friends. We're not done for the day, I don't think, but still got stuff to give away. Fastest way to grind? Arguably Quantanium. Mining it, refining it, selling it. You can make a couple million an hour that way. Dealer's choice after that if you want, once you got a pretty big seed to run cargo to kind of make that difference up, but Quantanium mining is probably hands down the best way right now. And well, and VRK, good to see you again. But T-Jack, to your point, right, about 360 coverage, but okay with giving that up for 200 SU. And that's what I'm saying, right? Like, different people have different approaches that they want to use a ship a certain way. And that's kind of where I was saying, like, yeah, there is nothing at all wrong with that mentality. No, the bombs require gravity, theoretically. Well, and again, there's other things. There's always other ways to do things, but the best, fastest, most efficient way I can think of right now. Why do I own an A2? So this is a fun fact that I've talked about in a number of places, but so my grandfather was a tail gunner on B-29s in World War II. So, and I remember a lot of his stories and stuff like that. So for me, bombers hold a special place in my heart due to that familial connection. Also, we don't have them yet, and hopefully we actually get them, but I actually am a huge fan of the carpet bombing ability of the A2, not the big Moab bombs. So, as we fly through this area, I'll actually land. We'll enjoy a picturesque sunset here in Microtech, and I'm really at Microtech for two reasons. One, because we were going to go try to find the river, which we still may try to do. Like I said, I can't remember which direction from New Babbage it is. I just know roughly how far it is. But New Babbage, I'm here as well for a very specific reason. And one, here's a great example of what I'm talking about with my bridge visibility, right? And we're in another Misk ship. This is one of the things I love about the Tanas, is that we can see down. We don't have that big obstructive canopy. Ooh, man. No canopy to obstruct you. Love it. Well, the problem is the minute you give it torps, it's not a bomber anymore. Alright. Oh, God. So. Okay, good. I can get back on. The other big reason that I rolled us out here to Microtech is because I've got some channel news. Now, if you were a member of Led's Legion, you would have received a notification in your email, probably went to Patreon and seen this announcement already. However, so that everyone else knows, get out of my screen tracker thing. Jeez. This summer, for those that don't know, I am currently in Colorado, which looks like this only a small fraction of the year. But I will be moving to Minnesota this summer. Mrs. Led got a job. She's a teacher, for those that didn't know that, hence the constant Heath remarks. But she took a teaching job. She's going to be in an awesome private school. Little Led will be going there as well as a result. Amazing class sizes, and if you're a parent, you understand how important that is. So we are making that move this summer. So this summer, there will be some interruptions in channel content, and that is just going to be a way of life. But I will be moving effectively to Microtech because, yes, I love the ice forming on my suit. Some good stuff. All right, it won't be negative 64 degrees Celsius though. So I'll be moving to where 60% of the population of Minnesota lives, the Twin Cities. I know you're an Iowan. You'd think I forget these things. All right, let's get rolling again here in the dark in the Reliant, which I do love how well CIG does the like effects with the lights. Like, they got this right. Credit where credit's due. I'm actually very excited about the move. All right. Yes, it's cold. Embrace the cold. I've been stationed in places that are far worse. Oh, Poseidon, good to see you too, buddy. All right, so now that we got more people here today, our next Lead Paint Club giveaway is going to be the like camouflage, the tan and green camouflage pattern. I could go look it up, I guess. Is the cypress paint for the cutlass. So if you own any of the cutlasses, black, blue, silver, red, lead, you can apply this paint. It's pretty awesome. And this one, what? My helmet is stored. I don't need a helmet. Let's go in honor of Mother's Day. This could turn really bad. Best dad jokes, but mom related. And go. Alright, and with that said, we will... I don't really feel like staying here, if I'm honest. I don't like glitched. Where, oh where? There you are. So, Scott, Invictus Launch Week, or Fleet Week, is coming up this month, and that is the first of 2 full catalog sales that CIG does. So if you want a big ship, Yep, there you go. Last week of May. Yep, IAE is in November. The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. And Invictus Launch Week, or Fleet Week, is later this month. Though you could also just call them full catalog sales, because that's what they are. Yep, Prospector is hands down the best, really the best mining ship you can get. I really love them all, but in all truth. John Eric delivering for this Cutlass paint. All right. Well, no matter what, John, you won something. I've got a couple other paints in the box. So if you don't take the grand prize, you're at least winning something for being first. Yeah, the mole is fantastic if you got a team. The mole's fantastic.
Hello, and thank you for contacting EDL Landing Assist. Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Landing gear down.
I mean, an important thing to always think about for Star Citizen is it's designed to be a co-op game. Alright, well, if any luck, this ship will be able to spawn again. I mean, the advantage that the mole gives you, take Quantanium, for example, is that you can be a lot less picky. And really, my dude can't hold his breath very long at all. Whatever. Probably should have remembered helmet. Well, Scott, you know, you're bringing up some great points, and I'm telling you now, I've got a video in the works that'll be releasing this month that talks a lot about what you just mentioned about co-op available, single-player elements, so on and so forth. Yeah, Frapp, I noticed. I noticed. By the way, for those that don't know, Frapp is the squadron artist for Squadron 82, and well, it's not going to make much difference now. I have a green screen now, and some of his artwork is going to be appearing behind me in that green screen, which I'm very excited about. So, I'm naked. Where's Lemon? Yeah, we don't need this anymore. Yeah, we're going to throw that in my inventory for funsies. I'm actually really excited for the video that will be coming out talking about that. Though again, I'm going to put a really CIG. I do not, Harry. I saw your question about that earlier, but apparently we gotta wait for. Do 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 do. I do love all of my flight jackets that are finally in here after I complained ad nauseum to CIG about jackets not being in the game anymore. You know what? It shouldn't matter, but I'm just gonna go buy some. Just gonna go buy some clothes. Speaking of 317 editions, yeah, this hospital is gorgeous. What I find interesting about this hospital, oh, now I get my vehicle impounded.
Person Dynamics encourages all employees to update their imprint regularly.
Is that the hospital is very
but it is
elite
considerate to your
Lorville,
coworkers.
not worker
It can
class.
help minimize the side effects from regeneration.
But it's
Together,
located in
we
the
can make
worker
sure
class
that
area.
you leave a lasting imprint here at Hurston.
Kind of weird. Excellent, Frapp. Well, I'm excited for new stuff because, yeah, like I said, the green screen is up, but with the move, it's probably gonna come back down.
This is an emergency alert. All hospital personnel, patients, and visitors are
Alright, we're gonna let the
directed to
shaders
remain
load for a
where they
minute
are
while I make a
until
note.
further notice. Repeat. This is an emergency alert. Remain where you are until further notice.
Ready?
Sure, we all want to be able to work longer hours. But overdosing on stimulants is not the answer. From a higher
Lies!
chance of accidents and mistakes to a decrease in performance and quality of work. Person Dynamics reminds employees that too many
I
stints
feel like I'm
slows you
prestige
down.
clientele. Let's find out. No, apparently I'm not. CIG, we're gonna have a chat about that.
Attention. The emergency
Because,
situation has
you
now
know,
been
I'm
resolved.
like a fleet admiral or
This
something.
halt has been noted on all relevant time cards. Thank you for your cooperation.
So I've not tried any of the. Oh, that's a problem. Any of the vendor stuff, so I couldn't tell you. It's got.
To Metro Center.
I've still got a lot
Perimeter,
in
Spaceport, and Industry Line.
317 that even I need to kind of practice. Alright, just trying to see my record. Yeah, recording looks kind of crummy again. Looking at YouTube here. Come on.
Why not consider calling
Come
Lorville
on.
home? Residences are available at all.
Yeah, that is
points.
super
See
buffer.
Habitation rep for details.
That's not a good.
Finally ready to take the plunge on a used ship?
Really, CIG?
Swing by the new deal
Actually, this isn't
shipyard for
CIG's fault.
exciting
This is
deals on all your
definitely,
favorite brands.
This would definitely fall under YouTube. I can only hope it cleans up here. This is what I was kind of saying, right? Like, this is not the nice part of town. So the hospital seems really, really nice. Yeah, I mean, Fleet Week's coming up, so, you know, look forward to it. I'm just trying to get to Tamanay and Sons, and then we're gonna figure out who's gonna win this Cutlass paint pack. Hopefully, CIG, or not CIG, YouTube kind of gets... Man, this is rough. I'm just watching the stream like you guys are. It's like a sign from the YouTube gods. All right. So Lead Paint Club. Let's see. So I approve of John Eric Carlson's Why is a Computer So Smart? Because it listens to the motherboard. These are dad jokes involving moms. Last chance for anyone who wants to try to get in on this Cutlass paint, Cypress paint. I mean, you know, I approved of Dee Dee's. You've got to take out the trash cow joke there. John's is better, though. Putting that out there now. Okay, stream quality seems to be a little improved. Alright. Well, we shop for... We'll buy one of these. 570 credits.
Go. Just go. Stop looking and go.
I mean, it's just... It seems excessive, don't you think? Oh, that's cruel. You would think that it would, like... No. No, we're not putting clothes on anymore. All right, Scott. Well, apparently I can't walk around like a normal person, so I guess flight suit time it is. It is nice that you can theoretically we'll go autumn. Who's there, Sam? See, it's really awkward because of the delay. Oh, I didn't notice the quick buy thing until now. That's nice. Yeah, Scott, the launch week runs pretty much the same way that IAE does. Like I said, really, at the end of the day, they're effectively interchangeable. There's slight differences in the two, but in my opinion, not enough to really draw a big difference. Alright. Hi, Zero. Sam dishes who? See, the quality of the knock-knock joke just falls down when you have this long delay. Well, whatevs. We'll just look goofball. Yay! Dishes Sean Connery. Alright. Well. Lost it on me there. This is what happens when you forget to put your helmet on. Bad. Well, so there'll probably be another ship coming out for Invictus launch week. Just knowing how CIG likes to do things. But you should consider that all right, see ya, Debbie. Okay. Mac, you missed the spaceship buy-in, buddy. It's good to have you back, though. So yeah, I suspect something else will come out at Invictus launch week. Just knowing how CIG likes to do things, so you know, stay tuned for that. There's a chance it's just something that's been in game and becomes flyable, or it's a new concept, or hopefully, as I would like to see, a straight flyable. So, all right, make some notes here. And okay, so here are the final Lead Paint Club notes. John Eric, congratulations, you won yourself that Cuddy Cypress paint. Sia Dabby, because your sword joke there was there. I do have a quad quad bike paint scheme thing. What's it called? The Copperhead paint for the hover quad. So you just won yourself one of those as well. To all of my Lead Paint Club winners, hit me up on Discord. DD, not you. I already have your info. But Matt Iber, John Eric, and Sia Dabby, hit me up on Discord. There's a link down in the description. So we can sort that out and get that to you. If you were a previous Lead Paint Club winner back in December, CIG kind of froze account buying for a moment there for me. I do have the paints you won. I know who that is, but I don't have a way to get a hold of you. So if you were one of those winners, make sure to reach out and get a hold of me. You did win, and I do want to make sure you got your thing. With that said, like I said, the big news from today was the fact that I will be moving this summer, so there will be a delay in content coming from the channel. I've got some bigger projects also running, so not every week something comes out anymore this year. That's just kind of the way it's going to be right now. Life is busy. If you want to support the channel, make sure that you subscribe and like this video and comment like you guys have been, which has been fantastic. However, if you want to financially support the channel, head on over to Patreon and /Leadnap. That'll get you to Squadron 82 Lead's Legion, and your financial support helps make it possible to give away paints, big ships like the Misk Odyssey, that next week I will have the names for the last couple months, winners in the Odyssey giveaway. So, with all of that said, I'm looking very much forward to Invictus Launch Week coming up, because I don't know where we'll be in the closing process selling our current house. I'm hoping to have an Invictus live stream like we did last year. Otherwise, well, there'll probably be something. So, thanks to everybody. John's dropping another mom joke in here. Excellent. Make sure you guys do reach out to your moms today. Let them know. They appreciate it. So, as always, thanks everyone for tuning in. Like I said, I'm really excited about the next Star Citizen video coming out, hopefully this coming weekend. We talked a couple topics from it today, but you guys will see it there. Do keep in mind that critically looking at something is not shade and or being negative about something, but rather looking for the positives. With that all said, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.